Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Football. Time to get to the match day 15 deadline stream. So only 2 games this week. The games get fewer and fewer as we progress to the end of the season. So only 2 games to talk about. You're waiting for the lineups from Bayern Munich and PSG. So far, these are the transfers I have made. Rui Silva out, Yamal out, and Fermin Lopez out. Raya, Vitinha, and Declan Rice are in. I still have 2 transfers to make, so I'll wait for the Bayern Munich team news and the PSG team news to see which other 2 transfers I'll make. So obviously, Vinicius will go out, and then I'll decide on the last sub, depending on what the starting lineup is for Bayern Munich and PSG. If everyone in my lineup starts, then I'm going to take out Juan Garcia for one of the goalkeepers today. If one person doesn't start today, one of the outfield players, then I'm going to play with only Raya and then bring in an outfield player. But that is how my team is looking right now. Let me quickly answer Ray's question. Ray, how are you? Dembele, Alvarez, Kane, Molise, Martinelli. Ryan, just one midfielder. Any suggestions? So you have Olise, Martinelli, Llorente, and Kvara. So the only 2 I'm thinking of. Let's wait for the Bayern Munich team news and the PSG team news. But as of now, the ones I'm looking at are Vitinha, obviously, and Declan Rice. But let's wait and see for the Bayern Munich team news and PSG team news. But before the team news, those are the 2 I would think of. Kind of want to captain a PSG player because I had, as usual, they're waiting, didn't get any sleep. They threw fireworks and stuff. Let's see. I think both teams, I think it's going to be like 2-2. So I think both teams could be okay. Percentage for left for Prem, 60% because of easier fixtures. I got running a bit late. No, I'm here. I was just trying to check if the team news was out before I started. So let's see. Let me see if the team news is out for the 2 teams. PSG. Nope, the team news is not yet out. Let me see, PSG. See, so I'll make 2 transfers. I think Bayern Munich's team is out, so let me check Bayern Munich first. Bayern Munich, yeah, the Bayern Munich team is out. Neuer is playing, so Neuer in goal. The transfers are scrolling down the bottom, right? So Neuer, Upamecano, Ta, Kimmich, Kane, Musiala, Diaz, Olise, Davis, Stanisic, and Pavlovic. So up front they have Kane, Olise, and Diaz, and then in midfield they have Musiala. I think Musiala could be a good option as well. So they have Musiala, Kimmich, Pavlovic, and then Stanisic, Ta, Upamecano, and Davis as the left back. Interesting. I personally don't have any issues in defense. No player was eliminated, so my defense remains the same. But midfield, that Vinicius spot, it's open for anyone. It could be, I already have Rice and Vitinha, so I think I have enough PSG players. Let's wait and see for the team news. So at the moment, I do have 4 PSG players. I have 3 Bayern Munich players. And then I have 4 Arsenal players. So 4 PSG players, 4 Arsenal players, 3 Bayern Munich players, and 2 Atletico players. That's what I have right now. So 2 more transfers to make. And then I'll see who I'm going to bring. And let me wait and see the PSG team news. I think for Bayern, I have enough. Ken, Diaz, and Olise. There's not really any Arsenal attackers I want because you're not sure who starts. Eze could be fit. If Eze didn't go out injured the other day, then I might have brought him in. But because it's 50-50, with us, we don't know whether it's Martinelli or Trossard. We don't know whether it's Madueke or Saka will start this time. We don't know if Odegaard or Eze will start. I think Odegaard will start, but Odegaard doesn't really score. And then up front, I think it's definitely going to be Gyökeres, but I don't think many people will be picking him. So let me actually check something. How many, the Arsenal team, who's the most owned player apart from the defenders? Let's see. Raya 46%. This is the first time I've had Raya all season, I think. 39% Gabriel, 19 Saliba. So the most owned Arsenal forward is Gyökeres 11%. He will start, but I don't know how Arsenal will approach that game. Have Kvara Due, sell him for Vitinho on. I've already tried the last one. You have Kvara Due. Sell him for Vitinha or no? You already have Kvara Dembele. I wouldn't remove a PSG player for another PSG player. No, I wouldn't do that. Let's wait for the team news, but I wouldn't remove a PSG player for another PSG player. No. Arsenal mid, really the one I'm looking at is Rice only. If we were sure if Eze was starting, then maybe, but I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan. I'm not really going to go for any forward players. Lookman will play. I think so. Yeah, I think Lookman on the left and then Simeone on the right. Goalkeeper Raya Black, not loose transfer. Goalkeeper worth it. If you don't have any other problems in your team and you have enough transfers, then you can bring in a new goalkeeper. But if you have other issues, then you can go with one goalkeeper. For me, I didn't have any goalkeeper. Ruiz Silva and Juan Garcia were both eliminated, so I had to bring in Raya, and then I'm going to bring in a second one right now. I have 4 Bayern, 4 PSG. I'm thinking to bring a player from either Atletico or Arsenal. So midfield, okay. If you're wanting a player from Atletico or Arsenal, then I'd say the Rice or Simeone. Those are the two I'll really be looking at. Because Due plays only about 60 minutes. He does, but the way I'm expecting the game to go, it could easily be 2-2 by the 60th minute. Are you getting rid of Diaz Alvarez? Nope. I had other issues in my team, so I didn't have a goalkeeper, so I need to make 2 goalkeeper transfers, and then Vinicius was eliminated, Yamal was eliminated, and Fermin Lopez was eliminated. So my transfers are 2 goalkeepers, 3 midfielders. Yeah, 2 goalkeepers and 3 midfielders. I didn't have any issues defensively and attacking wise. Predictions: PSG 2, Bayern Munich 2, Atletico 1, Arsenal 1. Those are the predictions. Let me see PSG team. Wow, why is the PSG team? They're taking so long to release it today. The PSG team is not yet out. I'll pick Rice because it's the staple food in India. Okay, go for him. It's set pieces. It's out. Okay, PSG have not posted it on their page. That's why. Let me just sometimes we get it from other places. Still can't see it. It is you can check on the website. I don't want to come out of this page, but let me just do this. Let me open another tab. Let me go to the fixtures, matches, PSG Bayern. Okay, on the website it's there. So it's thank you, Ray. It's Safonov, Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacho, Nuno Mendes, Joan Neves, Vitinha, Emre, Due, Dembele, and Kvara. And then on the bench, Bakal is on the bench, so Due could be taken off depending on how the game is going. Gonzalo Ramos is on the bench. These other guys played against Angers the other day. Bayern Munich's bench, Jackson, Goretzka, I don't see anyone who will really come and make a big difference. So, how many people? Musiala could be a big differential, you know? How many people have Musiala? Let's see, Musiala. 2%. Only 2% have Musiala. Wow. Okay, so because everyone in my team is starting, let's see, Vitinha, Kvara, Nuno, Hakim. Let me just go back like this and see if everyone in my team is starting. Yeah, everyone in my team is starting. So I can take out Vinicius and Juan Garcia. So first of all, I need a goalkeeper from today. So I'm going to take out Juan Garcia and I'm going to bring in Neuer or Safanov. Who do I bring in? How many PSG defenders do I have to? I don't have any Bayern Munich defenders, so I'm going to bring in Neuer because I don't have any Bayern Munich defensive. I mean, I don't expect clean sheets, but just in case, let me bring in Neuer. He made a big mistake last time against Real Madrid. So Neuer is in my team. So let's make that sub first. Let's transfer. Neuer in the starting lineup. Okay, so Neuer is in. So let me add that here. I don't think I've had Neuer for like 3 seasons in my Champions League fantasy team. I've never really picked him because he's always been like 6 million and stuff. So Rui Silva out. And then Juan Garcia out as well. I've brought in Raya and Noi. One transfer remaining. So one more midfielder needed in my team. So let me see who I'm going to bring in. Vinicius out. So it's going to be... I'm happy with 4 Arsenal players. I think that's enough. I'm just not sure who's going to start up front. It's just... I already can't bring in Gyökeres anyway because I already have 3 strikers I'm happy with. And I need to take out a midfielder. So... 4 PSG players, 4 Bayern Munich players now. So right now I have 4 PSG players, 4 Bayern Munich players, and 4 Arsenal players. 2 Atletico. Should I go for a third Atletico? The thing is that we have today's team news. I don't want to risk tomorrow's game in case someone doesn't start. Up front, you have Kane, Dembele, Gyökeres for Alvarez or Diaz. You already have Olisa. Keep it as it is. If you have enough transfers, Kane, Dembele, Gyökeres. Sell Gyökeres for Alvarez. I think Alvarez is more likely to score than Gyökeres tomorrow. I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-1. I don't think it's going to be a big difference. But if you don't have... Do you have any other Arsenal players, any other Atletico players? I'd try to balance it out. I wouldn't go without any player, like a team without a player from a certain team. So I'd try to have 4, then 5, then 3, then 3. I'd mix it up. So if you don't have any Atletico players, then I'd bring in Alvarez. But if you already have other Atletico players, then I just stay with Gyökeres. I'm usually scared of that kind of sideways move because what if Arsenal go and win 2-0 tomorrow and Gyökeres scores and Alvarez doesn't? It's a bit tricky. I likely don't have to think about that. The players who I'm taking out are already eliminated, so it makes it a little bit easier. Kimmich is an option in midfield. I'd go more for the home game. But I think, listen, like if you look at my team and most of your teams, I think everyone will have Kvaratskhelia, everyone will have Kane, everyone will have Gabriel, everyone will have Hakimi, probably Nuno Mendes. So the differentials are players like Molina and players like UCL and players like Kimmich. So those are the differentials, and maybe someone like a Griezmann. So if, like in my team, do I really have any differentials? Kane is not a differential. Diaz, 19%, not really. Alvarez, 25%. Vitinha is 42%. Rice is 14%. Gabriel, 39%. Saliba, 19%. Molina. So the biggest differential in my team is Molina, who's 1%. 1% owned. So I'd like to go for another differential in midfield. So that's why I'm looking at PSG or Bayern Munich player who's a differential. Let's go for midfield. Then I think that player could be Musiala. I don't think anyone has Musiala. Due is also 10%. So the thing with Bayern Bayern's. I watched a lot of Bayern Munich games, and recently they conceded 3 goals against Mainz in the first half. They came back and scored 4. So Bayern Munich will always concede goals, but they'll also score. So I wouldn't be surprised if PSG scored 3 goals today. Yeah, Emery is also a differential option. Ray, I think all of those guys. I think if your team looks good and you have an extra transfer, you can pick either any of those players as a differential. Zaire, Emery. You can go for Musiala. You can go for Kimmich. Due is also 10%. Any of them is a differential. German Spider. I can put all my chips on either Rice, Vitinha, Musiala. No Arsenal or Atleti attackers, only defenders, Atletico and Arsenal. I think for the home game, I think Alvarez is slightly better. As I think because he's at home is slightly better. But I'm sure Gyökeres will play tomorrow because Havertz is injured. But I'm sure Alvarez will play as well. So there's not too many attackers. As you can see, I don't have an Arsenal attacker, and there's a reason because I'm a little bit scared. How about Emery? Yeah, I'll pick Musiala because it's Germany. I think I'm also leaning towards him. Ken Diaz-Olise. Due Musiala. How many minutes Musiala is a really big differential, 2%. I mean, Due, let me check the minutes. 52 minutes, 78. This 52 minutes is a little bit scary. I don't want my player to play 52 minutes. 31 minutes, 62. Musiala. Again, it also depends which team you think will go through. Barca fan says I have 6 PSG, 5 Bayern, 3 Arsenal, 1 Atletico. Do you think? 6 PSG? Wow, a lot of trust on PSG. For me, I have 4 PSG, but I'm thinking of Due or Musiala. 5 Bayern. I might end up with 5 Bayern as well. 3 at Arsenal. I think that's okay. 1 Atletico. I think 2 is good enough. Do you have any transfers? Let me know, Barca fan. Do you have any transfers? Let's see. I will keep Gyökeres then. No much difference. Yeah, I'm thinking 1-1. Unless Atletico thump Arsenal, I'm not sure. Now comes the most difficult choice: who to captain. Yeah, that is even next. So I put it on for a long time. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to stress about it. 4 Arsenal for you, not 3. Yeah, including Raya. Yes, including Raya, it's 4. With the transfers I made, now I have this amount of players. Did you make all 5 transfers, Barca fan? Did you make all 5 transfers? Okay, if you've made all transfers, I guess that is okay. The Atletico player, who do you have from Atletico? I'm guessing Alvarez. I am doing good, RK. Thank you for joining. So I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3. My choice here will be which team I'm thinking will score more goals between PSG and Bayern. How many? I know Bayern have been conceding a lot of goals. Let me just see how many goals. PSG's defense is better than Bayern from what I watch. Let me check PSG's recent result, the last 10 games, because I know Bayern have been conceding 3-4s to Mainz and all those guys. Let's see results. I mean, yeah, 2 clean sheets last 2 games. They kept a clean sheet in both Liverpool games. But Bayern Munich are really good attacking team. Gary, okay, that's fine. You have a defender. Flip a coin between Due and Musiala for your team. I'm leaning towards a 55% Musiala because of Due possibly going off early. but also 45% Doué because PSG's defense is slightly better than Bayern's. Musiala. If I have Musiala, I'll have Musiala, Olise, Ken, Diaz. If I have Doué, I'm going to... Because I don't have Dembele in my team. Okay, I think I'm going to go for... This is really a flip of a coin, as you say, Dre. This is so tough. Doué 60... Let me check Musiala's recent form. Let me check his recent form. This is so tough. The last 3 times I've had a decision like this, if you guys can remember, I've had 2 that have been good and 1 that has been bad. The one that I went for Olise instead of Doué when Olise was playing Atalanta, that one worked. I chose the right player. There's another one where I went for someone else and not Vitinha. I got punished. And then I don't remember the third one, but let's see. There's always this one headache at the end of the stream. So Musiala, since he came back, he assisted at home to Real Madrid. He only played 29 minutes that day, though. I mean, Musiala, since he came back, 29 minutes, 25. But since he started off, Musiala's minutes are very scary. I don't know if that is because they had already won the league, really, so he was being saved for the Champions League, because he had a goal and assist against St. Pauli, an assist against Stuttgart, a goal against Mainz. Musiala, 2 goals, 3 assists last 3 matches, yeah. But the minutes are very scary, Ray. Those minutes, 33 minutes, 45 minutes, 25 minutes, 24 minutes. I guess that means, even if he plays for a few minutes, he always scores. You know why? Because I think Bayern Munich are going to go through, I'm going to go for Musiala. Not Fabian Ruiz, Musiala. Yeah, that is my final decision. I've gone for Musiala. Done. Hopefully I made the right decision. So let me put Musiala in the lineup. Okay, so my team, 5 Bayern Munich players, 4 PSG, 3 Arsenal, 4 Arsenal, 2 Atletico. Wow. 5, 4, 4, 2. Okay, so that was a struggle. Let me write this one. So I've taken out Vinicius for Musiala. I don't think I've had Musiala in my Champions League fantasy team as well. Maybe this could even be the first time I've ever had him. So that is my team done. Yep. That is my team done. 5 transfers made. Rui Silva, 1 Garcia, Yamal, Famil, Lopez, Vinicius out. So 2 goalkeepers and 3 midfielders. I've brought in Raya, Neuer, Vitinha, Rice, Musiala. So I'm happy with that team. Captain, again, captain is a flip of a coin. If you guys have Dembele is an option. I don't have Dembele. The first 3 options from today would be Kvara and Kane are like 50-50, so I've just picked Kvara because he's at home. And then the third option would be Dembele, but Dembele, I don't have him in my team. And then tomorrow, I'm leaning towards Alvarez. Alvarez or probably Gabriel. I don't like Rice as a captaincy option because he's going to play a little bit deep as well because Vimendi is tired. Hopefully, Ray. I'm going to captain the Golden Boot winner in Bundesliga, Harry Kane. Show us the predictor as well. Okay. Let me close all these tabs I had open for Musiala in the lineup. Predictor. Yep, I have 2-2 PSG 1-1 Arsenal. So, who will there be a goal in the first half? Yes. Will Bayern Munich score in the second half? Yes. Will Dembele score in this match? Yes. I don't have Dembele in my team, unfortunately. Will Kimmich get an assist? No. Will someone score a penalty in this match? Yes. The penalty one is a bit 50-50, but I just went for it because it's 16 points. And then if there's a penalty, what was the question? Is it score a penalty? If someone gets a penalty, I'd expect players like Kane to score. Would Atletico score in the first half? I've gone for yes. Will either Alvarez or Gyökeres score in this match? I've gone for yes. Will there be 2 or more goals in this match? I've gone for yes. Will there be a red card? I've gone for no. Will be man of the match? I've gone for Rice. I've just gone for... I just went for him because I feel it's not going to be a high-scoring game. So it's going to be who's going to have the interceptions and the tackles and the power runs in the midfield and maybe create a couple of chances from set pieces. So that's why I went for Declan Rice. So 2-2, 1-1. And then the second leg, I think Bayern Munich could get like a 3-2 win. And then I'd not be surprised if Aston Atletico is another 1-1, then it goes all the way to penalties or something. Hopefully not. I don't think my heart is ready for that. If you get 10 points with captain, will you change captain? If I get 10 points... No, if I get 10 points, no. Probably even less because I don't really trust tomorrow's match. So even I'd go as low as 8 points. If someone gets 8 points and above, I'll keep it the same. Although at the end of this last season, because I was like around 500th in the world at this time, I was trying to protect the rank. This season, I'm like way below that. So there's more room for, trying to chase and trying to get as high as possible. So let's say 8, just because I don't trust tomorrow's match. Unless you're captaining and a defend, and then you hope they score or keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to say 8 points. Ray, if Kvara gets 8+ points, I'm going to keep it the same because I don't expect Alvarez to have 15 or Rice to have 15. Listen, if Rice has 15 points, it means Arsenal have probably done very well in that game. But today's game, it's going to be a fire game. Let's be honest. PSG Bayern, that's going to be a good one. So next week, I'm probably going to captain Kane at home because he's at home. And then the Arsenal game, because Arsenal will play at home next week on Tuesday. Again, listen, it depends. If Saka is 100% fit by then, it's probably going to be Saka as my captain. Depends. But Nelly will score out of a box. Skyline will win man of the match. Hopefully. Let me ask you, Ray, you guys as Real Madrid fans, do you like really, really badly want Atletico to go out? Or you don't mind at all? Because I saw Real Madrid fans supporting Atletico to beat Barcelona. You guys hate Barcelona more than Atletico? Or is it because you were scared that if Barcelona go through, they could win and you don't really expect Atletico to win? I just don't want to waste my sleep to watch a 0-0 scoreline, which is, of course, not possible. Today, not possible. Tomorrow, I'll tell you it's definitely possible. I know how Arsenal games could go. So next time, I think we have 5 or 6 transfers, so still going to be enough. Let's see if any game will be decided in the first leg. Let me check what you guys voted for in terms of who you're captaining today. So 64% have said a PSG player, 36% a Bayern Munich player. Okay, so many people are captaining PSG players. How are you? Amara, my rank is 15K. Thoughts on Vinicius to Kvara? Oh, that one, even before I read the rest of your comments, that one you have to do. Kuvar has to be in your team. I think he's been so good recently. Yamal to Lukman or Martinelli, pick one, and then Ban to Gabriel and Oblak to Neuer. Oblak to Neuer, yes, that's fine. Ban to Gabriel, absolutely 100%. Vinicius to Kuvar, 100% do that one. And then Yamal to Lukman or Martinelli. So that question, I kind of need to know what your rest of your team looks like. If you already have Alvarez and players like that, then I'd go for Martinelli. But if you already have other Arsenal players, especially like Rice or maybe even a Gyökeres, then I'd go for Lukman. But even if we ignore that, I kind of still prefer Lukman because there's no guarantee Martinelli starts. I think he will because of his Champions League form. He's our best player in the Champions League this season. But the way Arsenal will approach that game, could he be counter-attacking? I think there's not going to be a big difference. I think I could see Martinelli getting 6 points and Lukman 5. I could see something like that. How are you? I want Bayern to win. Well, first leg. I want Bayern to win. Sorry. Why did I read like that? I thought you said I want Bayern to win. I want Bayern to win. If they win, I believe Germany will go through group stage and will go to round of 16. World Cup. Wow, the World Cup is so difficult to predict. I think France will be there. Argentina will be there again. I think Portugal will be there this time as well in the round of 16, quarterfinal around there. So Germany as well. Although, like Germany strikers recently, their form is Walter Mad has not been doing well. Havertz is injured. I want Bayern to win the UCL. You know which team I want to win the UCL. Just imagine. My team is Alvarez, Dembele, and Kane. Mendes, Hakimi, Stanisic, Ruggeri, John Neves, Due, Raya. So you already have Alvarez. So Lukman, right? Thank you. Best captain to chase rank. To chase rank, I think a lot of people will captain Kane as well. So to chase rank, I'd say Olise or someone. Olise, yeah, probably Olise if you're just chasing rank. So Lukman, let's see. You already have Alvarez. Do you have Rice in your team? If you don't have any Arsenal player at all, then I'd go for Martinelli. Just to cover all angles of those teams. So like the balance in my team is, I have enough PSG attackers. I think I have enough Bayern Munich attackers. And then, I have a defender from Bayern in terms of Neuer. I have defenders from PSG, defenders from Arsenal, and also Atletico with Molina on the bench. So I have a defender from every team. And then midfield, I have Arsenal, I have Bayern, I have PSG. And then up front, I have Bayern, I have Atletico. Goalkeeper, I also have Arsenal. I only have Gabriel. I don't trust Arsenal attackers. Hey, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan as well, and I don't trust Arsenal attackers as well. So there's that. But just because Martinelli has scored like 7 or 8 goals in the Champions League this season, he could be an option because the likes of Eze went off injured. But yeah, because Lukman is at home, I'd lean towards 52% Lukman, 48% Martinelli. 2.6K want to get under 1K by end of the semis. Hopefully, your team, Ray, let me look at your team again. That is, you're trying to cover and trying to go up like 2K places there. Dembele, Alvarez, Kane, Olise, Martinelli. Listen, okay. Martinelli is a good differential for you. If Martinelli goes and scores 2 goals, you could be on your way to top 1K. I don't think many people have him. Your rent is also a good differential for you. And then for today, how many people have Neuer? 12%. Like if Bayern Munich kept a clean sheet today or something, Neuer saves a penalty or something, then it'd be in a good position. you don't have Vitinha in your team. So the dream for you, Ray, is Vitinha to take a penalty, Neuer to save it. That would be ideal for you to get close to top 1K. Well, apart from that, you'll need maybe an assist or something from Tar, and then Martinelli to go big for you tomorrow in terms of the points. Starboy is injured. He will play tomorrow. I don't know if he's going to start or come on. Good luck to you too. Oh, I only trust Martinelli. When it comes to the Premier League, I don't even trust Martinelli. He only has 1 goal this season. Now, for the second leg, though, depending on how the first leg goes, it doesn't matter how the first leg's gone. I'm still going to get an Arsenal attacker for the second leg potentially, because it's a home game. Depending on how Arsenal line up against Fulham, I'll end up with an Arsenal attacker in my team. So we'll see whether we'll need to bring in Raya. So in terms of goalkeeper, if Neuer gets 6 points, I'll keep him in the team, but I really doubt Neuer is going to get 6 points, really. I think both teams are going to score unless he saves a penalty. So I'm probably going to still bring in Raya because Raya has better chance of keeping a clean sheet than Neuer. And then Alvarez, I don't know if I'll have to bring him in. Ken Diaz, maybe expect something. Maybe if someone with 3-4 points will take them out for Alvarez. Declan Rice, I mean, let's see. I'll comment on this video to see which subs I'm going to make tomorrow. Basafan says start Dua Musial. Oh my goodness, you have both of them. I was trying to pick between both of them for like an hour. Start Dua or Musial. I've gone for Musiala. That is a major differential. I've gone for Musiala. Next stream where Germany jersey, if you have one. That is a team that never had a jersey from. I have France, I have Japan, I have Brazil, Argentina. I have multiple Japan ones. Back in the day, the World Cups from 2010 and 2006, I had Ivory Coast, I had Ghana, I had England, I had USA, I had multiple French ones as well. I don't think I've ever had a Germany one. That's crazy. Twisted Sparky says Neves, Love, sell him, no goalkeeper. So you have Garcia and Raya. Garcia, you'll have to sell him, okay? Let's see. Hakimi. You have Gabriel, Hakimi, Mendes, Van Dijk, Saliba. So Van Dijk and Garcia, those are 2 issues. Yamal, 3rd one. Trincao, 4th one. Mbappe, 5th one. So your question is, let's see. Dembele, Vitinha, Due, Rice, Pacho, and Simeone, or someone in. Neves. Wait, let me read your second and a little confusing. So you're a Brighton fan. That's I love the way Brighton plays, but your manager talks a little bit bad about it. So Mbappe, Yamal, Trincao, Neves, Virgil out. Neves out, so I can get Pacho. Then Simeone in because Lookman might be out. Any others to consider? Okay, so you're going to go for Simeone instead of Lookman. Let's see. So Mbappe, Yamal, Trincao, Neves, Virgil out. Okay. Pacho. You already have Hakimi and Mendes. I don't know if I'd also go for Pacho. Bayern Munich score a bunch of goals. I'm expecting them to score at least 2 today. If you're looking for a defender, I'd really be tempted to look at the Atletico Arsenal game more than this one because you already have Hakimi and Mendes. Surely there's no way like PSG win this game like 3-0. The most I can see Pacho getting is like 2 points. So for defenders, since you already have Gabriel, I'd be looking at the Arsenal defenders, Saliba or Yes, Saliba. I think for Mosquera and White, we're not sure who's going to start. So Saliba and then also maybe Molina from Atletico, someone. Any others to consider in midfield? You already have Kvara, Olise. Any others? There's not too many midfielders. I've gone for Musiala because it's a major differential. If you need a differential, Musiala is a good differential, only 2% owned. Not one single German. I've never had a German one. I don't think so. Nope. That's one I'd like to get. Did I forget any others? I think I had an Italy one back in the day. I mean, there's a World Cup coming up. I'm going to get more. I remember the Mitoma, Trossard, and Solly Match combo in FPL that one season. Solly Match has been injured for like 4 years. He comes back, plays one game, disappears. But yeah, I remember Trossard scoring hat tricks against Liverpool. Might still go Lookman. Okay, so maybe Atletico defender, but would you keep Neves and get a keeper or sell Neves for Lookman? And so can get Duen Vitinha. So Atletico defender, yeah, that's what I'd do. Atletico Arsenal defender instead of Pacho. Would I keep Neves and get a goalkeeper? So if you have a goalkeeper who's not going to play, then I'd just pick up a goalkeeper. Yes. I'd deal with the problems first, the players who've been eliminated. That's what I would do. I also wanted to go for someone like a Dembele in my team, but I didn't have a goalkeeper, so I took out the 2 goalkeepers that were eliminated, and then Yamal, Fermin Lopez, and Vinicius. That meant I couldn't get Dembele up front. So I think you kind of have to take out the players who've been eliminated first. Sell Neves for... You're talking about Joao Neves, right? If it's Joao Neves, I'd keep. You are welcome. There's only one Neves, right? I don't think there's any other in the Champions League right now. So again, if you're chasing, there's also a few other differential captains. You can go all in and go for Musiala as your captain. You can go all in and go for Due as your captain. Dembele is a big option as well, but I don't have him in my team. I was thinking Mendes and Hakimi, but Bayern Munich, you're going to need them to score or assist because Bayern Munich will definitely score. Either way, I really wish Arsenal in that final. I'm really praying. Yeah, Neves PSG just got last time for budget. You got him last time as a budget option, but now not so good. Okay, I understand. I mean, I don't think I would do Neves for Lookman though. If you wanted to do a Vitinha from Neves, then maybe. But Neves for Lookman, no. I don't think that will be a very attacking game. I'm thinking 1-1. Although Atletico's games had a lot of goals recently, Arsenal just don't play like that. I don't think there's a way Atletico would score 3 goals in that game, for example. I'm really confused. Do I sell Gyökeres for Alvarez? Do I for Musiala and Martinelli midfield? Do I go for it? Sell Gyökeres for Alvarez. Because Alvarez is at home, 55% Alvarez, 45% Gyökeres. Do I for Musiala? No, whoever you have between those two, keep. Whoever you have between those two, keep. No, I wouldn't take out Musiala for Duo. Take out Duo for Musiala. If you already had one, just keep them. Switching them is a little bit too risky because if you had Due and then you sell him for Musiala and then Musiala gets subbed off at halftime and Due scores 2, you'll feel it. So for me, I didn't have any of them. Just went for one. Thank you, Ray. Thank you for always joining. I appreciate it. Get ready for match. Been a pleasure. Good luck. Next week's stream will be shorter because Arsenal will be about to play at that time. But yeah, we'll still be live. So you guys have 20 minutes until the deadline. Make sure you sort out your teams. Make sure to check your captaincy. Make sure to check the players who are on your bench. Make sure the players who are on your bench are all playing tomorrow. There's a time I was very close to leaving Olise on the bench. Very close. That day he was playing against Atalanta. Who are you guys captaining? Thanks. So I don't get Pacho, can get Vitinha and do it, no worries, and can keep Neves. I only need to sell if I get Pacho, but probably red 3 not so good. Yeah, because Bayern Munich's attack is they're going to score at least 2 goals. That's my feeling. Even though they're at home, PSG still allowed Chelsea to score 2 goals that day in France. The Liverpool one was different. Liverpool went with the back 5 at the Parc de France, so it was different. Bayern Munich are not going to go there with the back 5. They're going to Olise is going to be dribbling past players, trying to score. I can see Mendes going forward, Olise being left alone. Let me check if there's any last minute news just in case. Again, before, unless you're definitely not going to be there as we get the Arsenal Atletico team news, I would leave it until those both teams come out tomorrow, so that if, for example, if Martinelli is on your bench right now, I'd wait to see the Arsenal team news tomorrow. If he starts, then you bring him in. So yeah, I saw Simeone said Lookman had a little bit of discomfort today, but he was training. Good luck too, my friend. I can't wait for today's game. I know it's going to be a really good one. So less than 20 minutes until the deadline. And thank you everyone for joining. Twisted, Ray as always, as always. Mark, thank you for joining. Basafan, Owamara, thank you. Oh, I missed this question. I'm so sorry, Coach. Are you getting rid of this? Oh no, I read it. Okay, sorry. I didn't read who it was from. Thank you for joining as well. I need to hold on to my 6-point lead over second place. Okay, in your mini league. If you're trying to hold on, then yeah, I wouldn't go for too many differentials. Just go for the usual, either Captain Kuvaro, Kane. So yeah, for a 6-point lead, I think if you went for Patch, it would be a bit too risky. So if you guys have Lookman in your team, I wouldn't bring him. I would leave him on the bench, obviously, for tomorrow. But if you're going to be close to a computer or phone to make the transfers tomorrow, I'd definitely wait for the Atletico team news first. Eze is fit, but I'm not sure if he's going to start. Lookman trained today. Yeah, he trained, but the coach said he's going to see whether he's going to start or not. He might go Kane because he's a Bayern Munich fan. Kane will probably score. So again, you need to be a little bit tactical. If you want to match him, if you feel like he's going to go for Kane, you just match him so he doesn't get the advantage over you today. And then if Kane doesn't score and both of you need to change, then that is your chance to open up the gap. But I'd play safe if you're trying to beat second place. That's how I was playing last season. I was around 400 in the world. I was trying to protect the rank. This season, I'm not as high as that, so I can afford going for differentials like Musial. And second leg, I could go for Eze in the team. Oh yeah, Olise is a good option as well. Olise, I think it's close to breaking some crazy record. I think it was Messi and De Bruyne with the most assists in a season. I think Olise is very close to breaking that, which is crazy. So yeah, I don't think there's any more news. That was the last one. $400 in the world. Yeah, last season. This season it hasn't been as great as that. I don't think I've reached top 1,000 this season at all. Last season I didn't go below top 1,000, so this season has been a little bit different. And things that cost me are things like not captaining Gordon when he scored 4 goals or 5 goals in the game week. I didn't captain him then, so people took advantage of that. And in FPL, I do have I had Danny Welbeck this past week. He scored against Chelsea. I could go for. I think Brighton are playing against Wolves at home soon, so I could go for Mitoma that week as well. So Brighton players helping as well. I'm 650, 680 in EFL. You mean like if EFL fantasy? As in the one for Championship, League 1 and League 2. Let me tell you which position I am in. So the EFL, I am. I still have an Ipswich player to play today. I still have a share. I think they're playing Southampton. So I'm 4,000th in terms of EFL. My team for this week was O'Shea, and I have Norwood as my captain from Stockport. He got 10 points. I had Whittaker as my striker from Middlesbrough. He scored 2 goals and got an assist. I mean, I can just show you my team. Let me show you my EFL team. Let's do this. Share screen. This one. Yeah, that is my EFL team for this week. So Whittaker got me 17 points. I brought him last minute. And then I had Matasio, I had Norwood because my captain, Connell. I play a lot of fantasy games. Like you could probably even tell me, oh, I'm 10th in Swedish fantasy. I'll tell you, okay, let me check my team. My goalkeeper made 8 saves. So that is my teams. Stockport have already scored. No, they haven't scored. They just gave him 5 points for clean sheet and draw so far. That is my EFL team. I still have a chip to play as well. I still have the one club to play. I wanted to play it in a double game week, but I always wanted players from different teams, so I'm going to play that in the final week. Best Arsenal attacker as That's such a tough question to even ask an Arsenal fan. Like, I don't think we have anyone who's been standout. Eze is fit, but I don't know if he's going to start. Arteta really wants people who will work extremely hard in a game like this. It's usually Saka, but Saka is, not sure if he's going to start. So I'm going to still lean towards Martinelli because of his form in the Champions League. I mean, I know Odegaard will start. I know Rice will start, but Odegaard doesn't really score assist, He doesn't really, score or assist, so it becomes a problem. 1 week I picked Patterson, changed in the last 5 minutes. He was on hat-trick at halftime. Yeah, those things happen. Those things happen. Sometimes what happens is I'd forget to check the early kickoffs, and then my players are not starting. That's what I usually hate, because you can transfer players even after the team news comes out, even before the particular game starts. My best week was probably there's a week. No, yeah, Captain Hutchinson. Azaz, I captained Azaz there. I captained Thomas here. I think this is a stock player. Yep. He had 26 points. McGoldrick as well. I also love watching the Championship. That's I always watch Championship, like Southampton and Ipswich is going on right now. I played Max Club, was going to pick Barry, but stuck with 3 Stockport. Bad mistake. I haven't really found a team to play, but there's 1 week remaining now. I'll have to go for one team. I don't know who I'm going to go for, though. 1 more week remaining, so I'm just going to pick one team and go for it. I'm going to pick a team that has something to play for, probably. I don't know if it's going to be a Championship team. I don't know. I'm probably going to pick Ipswich, or if the team's fighting for second, third around there. That's what I'm going to do. I don't have a max, though. I've not played my max club, though. So just to finalize, let's go back to the Champions League fantasy. Less than 10 minutes before the deadline hits. For those who are joining, this is my team. I'm going to go with Neuer as the goalkeeper, with Raya tomorrow. And then defensively, Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Gabriel Saliba, and Molina on the bench. And then midfield, Musiala and Olise and Kvara Vitinha all playing today. Declan Rice as an option for tomorrow. And then up front, Kane, Diaz, Alvarez as an option tomorrow. So that makes it 5 Bayern Munich players, 4 PSG players, 4 Arsenal players, and 2 Atletico Madrid players. Captain Kvara tomorrow, probably Gabriel Alvarez. Barry got a hat-trick, I think. Damn. That fancy, because it's literally 3 leagues. You're focusing on 3 leagues. It's one of the hardest. I don't think many people play it, but it's one of the hardest because you kind of also have to know, why I like playing these fantasy games. Like, there's no way I would know players from Northampton if I'm not playing fantasy games. But because I play the fantasy games, I know, okay, Northampton are bottom of the league. Don't go for this player. Go for a Barnsley player instead. So it really helps. And in terms of ball knowledge, when you're playing these fantasy games, I start watching Stockport against a random team. So the game's about to kick off. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Again, if you have any questions in terms of subs, any dilemmas, if your player is getting 5-6 points and you don't know whether to check them out or not, you can just comment on this particular video and then I'll answer your question. But can't wait for today's game. Let's see how it goes. I appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you're new. And yes, we'll also have the World Cup fantasy as well after the season. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next one.